makes a meatless dish. This is a vegetable stew dish, and the main vegetable is zucchini. And since it's summertime and zucchini is in harvest time right now, this is a great time to make this dish. Plus, a lot of you might be growing your own vegetable gardens right now and have an abundance of zucchini. This would be the right dish. So we're going to get started with the base of our zucchini stew, and that's going to go in a Dutch oven. I'm going to coat the bottom with some virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and to that we're going to add 1 chopped green pepper. This is the red pepper if you want. 2 chopped carrots. Made the vegetables bite-sized, and 2 stalks of celery. I'm going to saute that for a while, let that get tender. And to that we're going to add 1 chopped onion, 1 small chopped onion, and 2 cloves of garlic finely chopped. And let's saute that along with the peppers and carrots and celery. This is done in stages, and I find that when you work in stages, it's good to season each step. So right now, I'm going to season the sauteed vegetables, and I'm going to add some black pepper to taste, some salt. I think probably just about a teaspoon, because you're going to keep adding salt and pepper as you go along. Also, this might be the time that you might like to add some crushed red pepper flakes. This is optional. I like my things hot, so let's sprinkle some crushed red pepper in there. Okay? And that you can use as much as you want. Okay? Soften it up nicely. Now we're going to add 2 cans, 28-ounce size cans of crushed plum tomatoes, Italian plum tomatoes, if you can find them. Otherwise, any crushed tomatoes would do fine. And that's 28-ounce cans. 2. Okay. A little more salt and pepper, not too much, and some pepper. Keep that on your medium-high heat. And to this, we're going to add 2 chopped potatoes. 1 I've already chopped, and again, bite-sized pieces. And 1 more. You can either use a russet potato, an Idaho potato, even the red potatoes would be great. The little tiny red potatoes would be great. They soften up much faster than these do. So I cut that in half again, and then I'm just going to eyeball it to bite-sized pieces. In the pot the potatoes go. Now, potatoes absorb quite a bit of salt. In fact, if you ever get anything, if you're cooking anything and it gets too salty, add a potato to the pot and it'll absorb the salt. So again, let's add a little bit more salt, some black pepper, and we're going to let that cook on medium-high heat until the potatoes are tender. And then we're going to add the zucchini. The zucchini does not take as long to cook as the potatoes do. So the potatoes will probably take us 30 to 40 minutes to cook, and the zucchini will probably be another 20, 30 minutes. So let that cook. I like using a cover, but I don't put the cover completely over the pot. I keep it slightly ajar. The potatoes are tender. It smells great. I've turned down the heat to low. And I'm going to add now my sliced zucchini. This is 3 zucchinis that I have sliced. If you like them smaller, you can cut them again in half that way if you feel that that's what you like. I just did them in rings. And about, I'd say they're about 1/4 of an inch. And that's 3 medium-sized zucchinis. Zucchini doesn't take too long to cook, so I would give this another 15 minutes. But we're going to have to add some more spices to this. This is a little too wide. Cut that. Okay. And what we're going to add to that is some fresh basil that I've been growing in my garden. If you don't have any fresh basil, dry basil will do. Always use half the amount when you go into the dry basil versus the fresh basil. So I'm going to chop up, finally, some fresh basil, and I'd say this is about, 2 tablespoons. Dry basil, go a tablespoon. Let that cook, simmer for another 12, 15 minutes till the zucchini is just right, just nice and tender. Don't let it get too soft, it will get mushy. Zucchini is nice and tender and it's ready to serve. By the way, this is also great the next day. More flavor to it. Let me check the seasoning before I spoon this out. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Spoon some in my dish. Some zucchini. Zucchini is tender. Potatoes are well cooked. And the carrots and the celery, peppers all cooked well. Let's put a little grated cheese on that. Extra cheese. And then a slice of my fried polenta. And you can get that recipe on Mary Cook's fried polenta. And this is how we would eat polenta with our stew. Just put it right on. Eat it that way. Enjoy.